We are going to take a look at conversion of weights, distance, and capacity. Our first conversion deals with weights, and the basic conversion would be from kilograms to grams. Now we need to know our conversions and the incorporation of fractions and decimals to complete worded type questions for SEA examination. So basically our first and basic conversion that you need to know would be that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. Now, additionally, what might be new for some students would be the quarter kilogram is equal to 250 grams. These are some of the common conversions that you would have to learn. So what we are attempting to do today is to show you how to calculate it as well as for you to memorize it as well. A half kilogram is 500 grams and 3/4 kilogram is 750 grams. Now if we had to calculate it, because basically all our conversions, if you have to calculate a quarter kilogram, it will be a quarter of 1,000. Okay, so 4 into 4 is 1, 4 into 100 is 25, and 4 into 0 is 0. So that will give you 250. This is what we have here. Okay, so a quarter kilogram is equal to 250. A half of 1,000 grams would be 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 10 is 5, 2 into 0 is 0, 2 into 0, 0. And 1 by 500 is 500 grams. Okay, so that will be this conversion. So again, the purpose of doing this is to show you that basically you must learn how to work it out as well and not just memorize it. In maths, we must learn to work out stuff and then we can memorize it for speed so that we will move faster for the examination. So 3/4 multiply by 1,000 over 1. 4 into 4 is 1, 4 into 100 is 25, 4 into 0 is 0. 25 by 3 is 75. 0 by 3 is 0. 750 grams. And this will be this conversion. Okay, so basically you must know how to work it out and then you can also memorize it. Okay, so that is very important. So if we actually try to convert number one, 2 kilograms is equal to 2,000 grams. A quarter kilogram is equal to 250 grams. When added together, we will get 2,250 grams. Okay, so you can work it out like this, and if you memorize your conversion and you understand the system in which it works, for number 4 here we have 6,250 grams. So you have the 1,000 and then you add your conversion of 250 grams. So that will be easier as well. So you can do it the long way for practice, because it is good to practice the addition of your units as well, regardless of what unit you are dealing with, whether it be weights, whether it be distance, whether it be capacity, time, etc. So it is good to practice it that way as well. But once you understand it this way, you can do it this way as well. If we look at a much difficult one, a little more difficult one, I should say, 10 1/4 would be, it would be 10,000 250 grams. Okay, so you can get big numbers as well. You should not be intimidated by large numbers. And then we have 7 3/4, 7,000, and the 3/4 would be 750 grams. Okay, so you continue along that line and try to understand the conversion and really get good at it, so that when you are faced with questions, you know that basically learning your conversion is so that if you have to add or subtract, multiply, etc., that you must convert your unit, all your units, to the same units. You cannot work with kilograms and grams, etc. And they may give you questions like that, where they have a depiction which shows a distance going from one place to the next, and the depiction will have your units possibly as mixed numbers, like as we had 10 1/4 kilogram or kilometers in that instance, and they can also have the other distance in terms of meters, and then another one in terms of with decimals as well. So you must learn to adjust and know that you cannot add kilograms to grams basically just like that. You can add it, but you must convert it to one unit. Either you convert it to kilograms or you convert it to grams. But I always advise students to convert it to the unit with the smaller value. So in terms of kilograms, and if you get a question with kilograms and grams, you convert it down to grams. So this is the purpose of doing this exercise, so that you would be able to practice converting from kilograms to grams. So we're going to look at, this is weights, we're going to look at distance. So for our second set of conversion, we are dealing with distance. Now if you notice that it is quite similar to weights, and that is at a benefit to you. So this will benefit you tremendously, because with weights now, we have almost the same conversion. 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter. A quarter kilometer is 250. A half is 500, and 3/4 is 750. Okay, so it is quite similar. So if we look at the first question, 3 kilometers is basically 3 multiplied by 1,000, which is equal to 3,000 meters. Okay, and if we look at number 5, 12 kilometers is 12 multiplied by 1,000, which is equal to 12,000 meters. So it is quite simple when you have a whole number. So let us look at some other questions where you have both a whole number and a fraction, meaning a mixed number, in terms of our conversion for distance. Our first example would be 1 1/4. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters, and a quarter kilometer is equal to 250 meters. When added together, we would have 1,250 meters. It is quite similar to the last exercise that we did. Similarly, the shortened version would be, as in number 7, you would have 12,250 meters. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful. So we would move on to the half, and then we will move on to the 3/4 as examples as well. So we have 2.5 kilometers, so it will be 2,250 meters. If we look at number 7, it will be 12,250 meters. Okay, it is that simple. Once you get the hang of it, and again, you can look at the previous examples if you want to work it out the long way, it is not a problem. So we have with the 3/4, we have like number 2, which will be 2,750 kilometers. Meters. And then we have like number 7, 11,750 meters. So this will be conversion again from kilometers to meters, okay, using mixed numbers. Because again, reminding students that in questions sometimes you get a variety of ways that they can bring the question, right? They can bring it in terms of a whole number, they can bring it in terms of a mixed number, that's with the fractions and with the decimals as well. But it is mostly common with the whole numbers and the mixed numbers. So we would look at capacity now in terms of volume using liters and milliliters. So the conversion is here again, very similar to the other conversions. Right, so this again reminding you would be of benefit to you. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. A quarter liter is 250 milliliters. A half liter is 500 milliliters, and 3/4 would be 750. So it is quite similar. So we are going to take a look at the conversion of whole numbers. So the whole numbers would be 3 liters is equal to 3 multiplied by 1,000, which will give you 3,000 milliliters. You look at a bigger number, 12 multiplied by 1,000, which will be equal to 12,000 milliliters. We would also look at the mixed numbers as well. So if we look at the halves, it will be, if we look at number 4, 9.5 liter would be 9,500 liters. 17.5 liters, not liters, sorry. It will be milliliters. 17.5 would be 17,500 milliliters. Okay, so if we look at the 3/4, it will be 3,750 milliliters. 6 3/4, it will be 6,750 milliliters. So it follows the same pattern as the weights and the distance, the measurement of weights and distance, which is meters to kilometers or kilometers to meters, and also for kilograms to grams and grams to kilograms. So it follows the same pattern, okay, and even for liters to milliliters, it will be basically the same thing. So all you have to do, once you learn one, basically it will assist in the others, and you have to try to remember that to reinforce what you already know. Okay, so I hope that you all will be able to get all your questions correct in this exercise, and I hope that this tutorial was helpful.